So, Bitcoin has finally gone past the 52K mark for the very first time since the market crashed last month. And yet, Dogecoin is still down by around 2%. Let's take a look at why this happened, and let's also look at the charts and data that talk about where Dogecoin is headed from here. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $500 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a comment on your favorite crypto. Read our description for more info about it. Now, if we look at Dogecoin's correlation with Bitcoin, it currently stands at 47. Just 3 days ago, it stood over 70. I think this is because there's no big event or big news coming out for Dogecoin. There's no news from Elon Musk, no tweets about the new Doge Upgrade or even the ETH bridge. The question is whether we should be worried about it or not. Personally, I think Dogecoin is going to rally back to 35 cents from here within the next couple of weeks. There are a couple of reasons behind it. We recently heard about the big Doge upgrade from Michai Lumen and how you can finally run the current version at a lower fee. Still, the fact is that no one really noticed it. Not even Elon Musk bothered to tweet about it. The point I'm trying to make here is that when the new upgrade officially comes out, Elon will tweet about it, and Dogecoin will continue its rally after that. And the thing is that this upgrade is going to be launched as soon as 30th September, as Michai Lumen hinted. So, I think it just might be better to hold on to your Doge for now. Another reason that I think will move to 35 cents is that Dogecoin is putting out some really bullish patterns. As you can see here, Dogecoin has broken out on the HTF. If this is confirmed, it could rally all the way to 35 cents. And as I've said before, once that happens, Doge will quickly jump to even 40 cents from there. Now, let's look at the chart from earlier today to see another bullish pattern that we observed. This morning, we saw a pretty sweet formation for Doge. It retested key daily structure support, and the price formed a double bottom formation and also broke a falling wedge pattern to the upside. It is considered a very strong trigger, and now a bullish wave is expected for Dogecoin. So, as I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Doge hitting 35 cents within the next couple of weeks. Now, there's another reason why I think Dogecoin will rally back to 35 cents. But before I talk about it, I'd just like to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So you should definitely do proper research before investing anything into crypto. Now coming back to it, the fact is that Dogecoin's price still has a correlation of 47 with Bitcoin's price, and that is considered pretty strong. Basically, anything above a correlation of 30 is worth looking at. And this is why we have to consider this incredibly bullish news that came out for Bitcoin. According to a metric called supply shock, Bitcoin should cost at least 55K per coin right now. Here's how it works. The unavailable BTC supply divided by the available BTC supply equals supply shock. In addition, the valuation model employs an algorithm to compare similar supply and demand scenarios to the current situation, yielding a reasonable price estimate. The popular on-chain analyst Willy Woo said that it was used as a magic wand to detect the intent of investors before bids and offers are ever placed. So, basically, it's a pretty great metric to predict the next prices for Bitcoin. Willy Woo also explained it by saying that, in this perspective of demand and supply, an investor who has no intention of selling is on the demand side, while an investor who is eager to sell is on the supply side. He also said that its price estimate is conservative because the exchange SS is now above all-time high. Here, he was referring to the ratio of coins in cold storage compared to on exchanges being at record levels. So, as I said, the next target for Bitcoin, which is 55K, is very much within reach. And because of that, we could expect Dogecoin to bounce above the 35 cents level too. Now, another interesting news came out about Ethereum. We know that millions of dollars worth of Ethereum is being burned every day, but the amount of ETH that's been burned till now is a lot more than anyone anticipated. It says here that a total of $682 million worth of ETH has been burned. If you didn't know, only the ETH that was to be paid as fees to miners was being burnt. And so considering that, it's a pretty big deal. The implication behind this is pretty simple. Because of such high quantities of burning, ETH's price has risen to 4K this month. Well, it was also partly because of how NFT sales are booming right now. But still, a lot of it has to do with ETH's burning. The point is that we'll see the same for Dogecoin very soon. This is because Doge Labs is creating a Doge Burn wallet for Dogecoin, which will activate a similar deflationary mode for Dogecoin. This implies that we can see huge gains for Dogecoin that'll be similar to Ethereum. Moving on, let's take a look at some really bullish news from Binance, which currently sees the highest amount of Doge trading. It says here that it's going to stop offering trading pairs and payment alternatives in Singapore dollars in order to comply with the country's regulations. And this is bullish because this just means that Binance is moving towards regulatory compliance. A lot of holders were worried that Binance was going out for good. Take a look at this. It says here that the crypto market pulled back partially because of how Binance was coming under scrutiny from regulators. Anyway, after it appointed Richard Teng, who's the former CEO of the FSRA, as their new CEO, things have been looking pretty good for them. And as I said, this is highly bullish for Dogecoin and the entire market. Now, let's talk about a really bullish comment made by one of the smartest investors out there. We're talking about Bill Miller here, the man who runs Miller Opportunity Trust. As you can see here, this trust has yielded a pretty good return to its investors in the last 10 years. Anyway, this fund has been pumping money into the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. About their move, he said that, in the quarter, as Bitcoin fell, the trust traded at one of its larger discounts to its underlying holdings in Bitcoin, providing additional upside potential. We believe Bitcoin has significant upside potential as a form of digital gold. With gold's market cap greater than $11 trillion, Bitcoin's current cap close to $600 billion would have a long way to go to catch up. We are early in a continuing adoption curve and Bitcoin will be volatile, but we think the risk-reward is attractive. Basically, he's trying to say that it'll be a long road but nevertheless a worthy one. And then in January he said that, now that we know what Bitcoin is, why might someone want to own some? The short answer is that there is no other asset that combines Bitcoin's liquidity with its upside potential. Now, I have to agree with that. With the returns that Bitcoin has given to its investors since the start of this year, I'm pretty optimistic about where it's headed from here. Now, let's talk about another interesting prediction from one of the biggest analysts out there. So, Michael van de Poppe thinks that XRP is going to rally as much as 46% from here. He said that, looking at XRP, we do see that we are having this beautiful support flip at $1.06. I've also marked the level around $1 as that is a very good entry point. But we can see that the very important, significant level at 1.06 is providing support here. Some consolidation, sideways action, and most likely we're going to have a new breakout to the upside for XRP. Anyway, let's look at how XRP is doing at the moment. It's currently trading at $1.4 and is up by around 8% on the 24-hour chart. Sadly, we aren't able to see its correlation with Bitcoin at into the block at the moment, but my best guess would be that it's around 60. I think that's because Bitcoin has seen similar gains in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin is currently trading at around $52,000 and is still in the green. The point is that things are looking really good for Bitcoin. As the supply shock metric suggested, it'll go to 55K pretty soon. And because of Dogecoin's correlation of around 50 with Bitcoin, it could easily rally to 35 cents too. In any case, I'd love to know where you think we're headed from here. So let me know in the comments section below. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Take care.